There's brand new Sexted out now.
William's concerned about sarcastic emojis.
Jordan's chatting about his very, very strange sandwich eating habits.
William's disgusted about a dilemma to do with bedroom hygiene.
And after years of chatting with Jordan on this podcast, I've actually annoyed him.
Hello, and... Oh, you were right about having that brownie before, weren't you? I've gone all gloopy.
Yes, never eat chocolate before you record.
What do you call it?
Well, Jonathan will call it smacky lips. I call it claggy mouth.
Claggy mouth, smacky lips. Hello, and welcome to Help Our Sex and My Boss, the podcast where we help you navigate the challenges of modern life, answering your 21st century questions and finding solutions to those everyday dilemmas, like are socks and sandals acceptable summer outfit combinations?
No. Don't say you're a socks and sandals person.
I'm not against the old socks and sliders.
Socks and okay, so is a slider appropriate but a sandal isn't?
No.
No.
And you're seeing like, a lot of cool people, like Gen Z are wearing the old socks and sandals.
Oh, well.
I've bought some of those socks.
Have you?
No,
but you're not Gen Z.
No, I've bought some of those sandals that all posh people in Fulham wear.
Right. I'm sure you look lovely.
I do feel like I've
changed.
Yeah. I've not worn them yet. I've had them since last summer. I'm still not worn them.
Well, they're probably out of fashion now.
No, you know the ones I mean.
Vaguely. I mean,
they're not Birkenstocks. They're cheaper.
Birkenstock.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to wear Birkenstock, and now they're like really fashionable.
I know. Should I change my Insta bio to colonic influencer? A few listeners have messaged saying they've booked one after hearing the app.
I know. How do you feel to be influencing people's arseholes?
I've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
And what should you do if you've accidentally sexted your boss? But we're not usually like any answer, are we? William Hanson, the UK's leading etiquette expert.
No, we're not Jordan North, radio presenter. I'm more fondant fancy. You're more ginsters pasty. That's from Jenny.
Gingsters!
Thank you. I love a fondant fancy.
I love a gingsters.
You're putting an extra G in it. Isn't it ginsters? Or are you saying gingsters?
It's gingst. Is it?
Is it?
Am I saying it
no,
wrong?
No, it's ginsters.
I just thought it was gingsters.
No.
It's a ging, in it?
No, it's just one G.
Oh, okay. I've always said gingsters.
Well, you say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Who am I to correct you?
No, you are. And the fondant fancy, are they the Mr. Kipling ones?
I mean, I don't think they're exclusive to Mr. Kipling, but yes.
Are they the French fancies?
Mm.
Oh, I used to love them. My grandma used to have them. We used to have the pink ones.
Yes. That comes as no surprise.
There's the pink and the brown, but I didn't quite like the yellow ones. What were the yellow ones? Was that lemon?
Lemony, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, should we get some of them in?
Yeah, I'll have some next week.
Oh, we're
because they probably won't make your mouth go funny.
I'm going to get them for my bliss hour.
How's that going?
Oh, by the way, I jumped in a cab this week, right? And this made my day because when you get in a cab and it's a proper Cockney cabbie who listens to the Capital show and loved it, he says sometimes when I've got the light on and the Bond game's about to start, I'll switch it back off. I want to hear it.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking. But he said, I heard you the other day, because I talked about it on the radio as well. And I love the bliss hour as well. So I was like, thank you. Because a friend of mine's made it sound really camp, and it's not. He says, I'll say the same when the missus is home. I'm like,
what does he do in his bliss hour?
He says, if the missus is home, I say, can't you go and walk the dog or something? And then she'll walk the dog and I'll just have an hour and I'll watch crap TV. So, yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong. I wasn't... It's just the fact you called it a bliss hour.
It's a bliss hour.
And bliss is a camp word.
William, if you worked shifts, you'd understand the bliss hour. That hour when you get in. I'll finish this recording. At the time of recording, I'll get home today about 3, 4 o'clock and I'll have my bliss hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a bliss 34 years, to be perfectly honest.
I know. I'm going to get some fun French fancies. I love them.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Well, I'm glad. Should we have a G&D?
Yeah.
We'll get on to glassware in a moment.
We're looking a bit sparse in the glassware. What's that?
This is a champagne coupe that I'm going to have mine from, and I'll talk about where my glass has gone from in a minute because I'm not impressed.
You're not happy?
Honest. No. But I'll pour you a G&D. You've got your regulation sort of cheap tumbler. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Oof.
It's for all those who booked a colonic.
It'd still be echoing now if you had a colonic.
Right, there's yours.
Do I mumble, by the way? People have been saying I was mumbling on last week's episode. Was I mumbling? It's not my mumbling, it's your breathing.
Look, let's toast OG G&Diva Zoe Savage and her uncle, the Reverend Stephen Mosling, who used to be a priest in Burnley.
I think I've been to one of his christenings. No, I have. He's like a comedian. I think he buried my grandma. No, I'm not even joking. He's really funny. He's really funny.
Okay.
If it's him who I'm thinking of, ask him if he drinks John Smith's. Because there was a reverend at my grandma's funeral who got hammered on John Smith's. We had to ring him a taxi. It was not karaoke.
Okay, well, to Zoe and Stephen.
To Zoe and Stephen. Is that Zoe that... I think I know Zoe as well.
Probably, you're all related.
Yeah, I think she used to be my nephew's nursery teacher.
Oh, well, there we go. So, I don't want to lower the tone here. Let's talk about glasses.
Okay.
I'm drinking from this champagne coupe. I've never had a G&D in one before. Oh, that's not true, because actually that's how they serve them at the Goring Hotel. And I have had one there. But generally I don't have them. But came in today, and Adam, our studio engineer, gave me this shard of glass. Which he says is the only remnant of my lovely, very expensive glass that a G&Diva sent us in last year.
We don't deserve nice things.
No.
We don't, because they were really dear then.
Yes, you broke one a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this, clearly someone, because other people use our studio.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 6 days it has been since you and I were last here, my glass has been broken and someone has tried to hide the evidence, with the exception of this shard of glass that Adam found elsewhere.
Because you're like Picasso, aren't you? Not Picasso. Oh, you
Poirot.
are right. That could have worked. That could have worked. Because he had like little bits and...
Yes.
You're like Poirot, aren't you?
I am like Poirot. So, this is the piece of evidence. That is definitely the type of glass that it was made from. Adam says it is not him. However, last week, as you may recall, Adam broke one of the Royal Doulton with the hand-painted periwinkles.
Yes.
So there is a precedent that it potentially could have been Adam.
Well, the thing is, William, right, I was just sorting out the shelves and I knocked over the periwinkles. And I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I saw him break that. Adam is saying that it's definitely not him that's broken the glass because he would have just admitted it and he was being extra careful because last week he broke the Royal Doulton. I think that's a ruse.
I think he was having another one of his massive wanks. And he got a bit carried away.
Poor
So
Adam.
I'm sorry, mate. He's literally the loveliest, quietest lad you'd ever meet. He thought, right, do you know what? I've got a bliss hour here, because we all do it. I thought,
Oh, was that part of your bliss hour?
no comment. And he thought, I'm going to have a massive wank here. And then that's what happened. He got a bit carried away. Boof, knocked that over.
No, to be fair, I don't think it's Adam because I think Adam would
own up.
would own up.
Yeah.
But I don't. Let's put it this way: we've got a list of who uses this studio.
It's like a brothel in here sometimes, though, isn't it? What? It is. People in and out, like a knocking shop. It is.
Yes.
People,
Well.
do you know I once walked into one trying to order a taxi?
Yes, I think you have
True
said
story,
this.
but yeah, it's just people in and out. Well,
Yeah, but they should be more responsible with what is here. I will look for them.
mistake.
I will find them, and I will kill them.
Other than that, how's your week been?
Yes, absolutely fine, thank you. Other than the broken glassware,
Okay.
I want to know: is the thumbs up emoji sarky?
Yeah, is this...
Because various people in my life, some of which are in this room, some of which are not, will do the thumb up emoji, and I read that as sarky.
See,
But I don't think other people read that as
No,
sarky.
I think it's used in... And I've worried my mum because she's heard me talking about this. She went, I feel awful. I heard you talking about thumbs up emoji, and I always send it you, and I'm not being sarky. But if you're in an argument with your other half...
And that's unusual for Wendy.
You're
Hello,
awfully
Wendy.
nice. If you're in an argument with your other half and you just can't be asked, my advice is just send,
I've never put my thumb up. Mikey.
just send a... Good God. I've been up since 4:30, please. I think the thumbs up emoji can really... I know you've kind of won the argument for me. But I think it can be sarky in some context, yeah.
Okay.
I like the okay one.
So can I ask, Stuart, when you put the thumb up emoji, are you being sarky? Or are you just going, yep, got it?
No, I'm just going,
Yeah, okay, and because I know your character, and it
All
just
right,
doesn't
boyo,
matter.
I know when I send my thumb up, it means we're getting business done.
Strong.
Strong. Now, you listen to me, boyo. A thumbs up means with business. I GSD. I get shit done. All right, boyo.
Okay, so sometimes it can be sarky, but generally it's not.
I find the okay one because it means perfect as well.
In some cultures, that's a very rude gesture.
Is it?
Yes, it means arsehole. So maybe go back and just check who sent you that.
No, in what cultures?
Latin America, I believe.
What, you can't send that?
It's more doing it.
So if you're driving in Latin America and someone cuts you up, you can go...
Yeah.
Instead of going...
Yeah, it means arsehole. Any Latin American sending you that and you're thinking, oh, they like it. And actually, they're being very rude.
My dad once picked us up in year 10, I think it was playing five-a-side, and he called the driver a cockhead. And all my mates burst out laughing because they'd never heard the word cockhead before. And we still use that term to this day.
Well, the English language is so rich.
Yeah, cockhead.
Anyway, how are you? Other than being obviously very tired.
Yeah, my house is falling apart, but other than that,
oh no,
it's just one thing after another, William.
Well, that's the trouble with those Grade 2 listed houses is they just eventually crumble to pieces.
Actually, one thing we've got a man in sorting my damp patch out today.
The result of your bliss hour,
as we speak. As we speak, I've got that.
Okay.
Got Kevin the cat taking piss at the moment.
Oh yeah. No, this is not your cat. This is just a cat that sort of semi-adopted you.
I think he's cute. A lot of people saying he won't be a he if I've described his colours. He's quite patchy, but he's lovely. He's cute. And he comes to say hi.
Yeah.
Around about tea time. So I'm about having my tea, but he won't piss off yesterday and he doing me head in. So there's that going on. He's nice. I keep swearing a lot of moments. Sorry.
That's all right.
But there's that.
So the house is falling to pieces.
House is falling to pieces.
Bless you. Oh, you're doing the wheel soon, aren't you?
Oh, no. I've had to cancel.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. What's happened?
It's diary clashes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got a phone call on Monday.
Did you actually?
They said, hello, it's Hannah, the talent producer at the wheel. We thought you'd like this one, William, but Jordan can't do the wheel on Thursday. We wondered if you wanted to fill his slot.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. I'm annoyed because I hate cancelling last minute, but there was just I really had to make this work. It was a diary clash and something come up, and then now I'm even more.
Did it interfere with your bliss hour?
Yes. Now I'm even more peed off that you're replacing me. What's your specialist subject?
Radio.
Is it actually?
No.
I'm so annoyed.
She said, yeah, you probably get a bit of content out of this. I said, yep, thank you very much.
So I was meant to do it, but no, I've been wanting to come back on that.
I know.
I'm so peed off.
Well, never mind. I'll say hello to Michael McIntyre for you.
Will you send my regards?
I will do.
When we tell him I said I'm really sorry. And I'd love to be on the next series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
I mean, I did say to Hannah, because she said, oh, Jordan's been saying on the podcast, we've all heard that, why have you not been invited back on? I said, it's probably because most shows he does, he's got this thing that he's a jinx, and they then get cancelled.
I'm not a jinx. I actually remember I got asked to go on last year, but I think I was away.
Ah, okay.
I think I was on holiday.
Oh, yes, I think you probably were. I think you were in Chicago, weren't you? This time last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know my life and diary more than me?
Because I talk to you twice a week.
How do you know
and
that
I've got a brain.
How do you know? Because that's so weird. It was literally this time last year I was in Chicago.
Yes, I know, because you went in May, June. Oh, and it rained quite a lot.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you had that bedroom on the left.
What do you mean?
Well, you're down the corridor first on the left. I'm joking about that bit.
I don't care.
Oh, don't worry.
I had a deep pan pizza.
Did you?
No, what did it called?
Yeah, Chicago deep dish.
Deep dish. Ooh, couldn't finish it. And I always thought those Chicago town pizzas that you got.
They're not authentic Chicago pizzas, no.
But these are it's like a pizza pie.
Yeah. Don't love it.
Oh, I did. I did.
No.
Who I was with weren't keen, but yeah.
Yeah. Just give me a normal pizza. Hey, my video on pizza I did a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God, that's blown up.
Really?
But it's blown up because everyone's agreeing with me, which doesn't normally happen.
Why?
Not used to this sensation.
What have you said?
I was just saying, when you pick up a piece of pizza, as long as it's sort of a classic...
Pick up a pizza.
you fold it in half to eat it. You don't sort of stuff it in your mouth.
Oh, I'm not really a folder.
Are you not?
No.
What are you then?
I like it flat. You can taste it more because you can get the toppings on the...
You like to taste your toppings, don't you?
I do. And sometimes I open sandwiches for the same reason.
You do open...
So when you get a butty, like from Greg's...
You are a degenerate.
Try this. Wherever you're listening right now, next time you go to shop and get a butty or you make a butty, sometimes, not always, but sometimes it's better to open the sandwich and just have... like the Swedish.
What?
They have... There's a little place that used to be near my old work. You go in and it was just an open top sandwich.
Yeah, okay, that's an open sandwich. I'm not sure it's particularly Swedish, that's just a...
But it's like I had in Spain at the weekend, I had the best club sandwich. I thought it'd be better if I
famous Spanish dish.
But I've opened it up.
Do you know what club stands for?
Go on.
Chicken and lettuce under bacon.
Very funny.
That's not a joke.
Oh, okay.
That's why a club sandwich is chicken and lettuce under bacon.
No, it started in a golf club, didn't it?
No.
Yeah.
It's chicken and lettuce under bacon.
Oh. Anyway, I opened it up. Sometimes it's better to open a sandwich up. Same with pizza. You want to taste the toppings. You don't want it folded and gets lost in the bread.
Well, okay. Well, let's put it this way. You're the one dissenter of the currently 6 million people that have viewed that video.
It gets lost in the bread. You want to taste that pepperoni on your tongue.
You're a gift. I'm just not even going to bother.
You do. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what I said about me retiring to Spain?
Yeah.
It's going to happen, so...
Yeah.
I've not told you, Scott's wedding. Oh, God. There's more gays there than yours, and that is saying something.
Yes.
It was in Sitges.
Yes. Which is a very heterosexual place.
It's very not. Oh, you're being sarcastic. I came up with a saying. Okay,
yes.
You'll like this. Sitges gives you stitches.
Okay.
Afterwards. You know what I mean? I won't say too much, but I was there and I was very hungover on Sunday. Extremely hungover. We're talking near top 5.
Near top 5.
And I had a little beer and some tapas.
A demi?
A little demi and some tapas. And I was like, I'm not going home tomorrow. I'm just going to move out and live here. But I got on the plane and went home.
Yeah, and then you were reminded of your contract and you were on that plane.
And I got a club sandwich there as well.
Oh, nice.
In Sitges, just watching the world go by. And then I found out, I texted my mum, sent her a picture. She went with my dad last year.
Did she?
So she went, I didn't know it were gay. She said it were funny at first, but then I was getting a right bitch on because everyone was fancying your dad. So she said it was funny at first. And I'm like, right, you bald-headed bastard. Come on, we're going home. Yeah.
Well, how lovely.
There we go.
Nice. I got a direct message this week from Rachel who was asking me to probe you on your casual Niall Horan name drop from a few weeks ago. Do you remember?
On this podcast?
Yeah.
No. Because
you did.
It's one of them where...
Well, you didn't actually say it was Niall. You said it was a One Directioner. But I think people, by process of elimination, worked out it was Niall.
It was one of them where I told this story on Capital, and then afterwards I was like, oh, maybe that was a bit uncool, actually. I bumped into Niall Horan on a Sunday. Yeah. Right, it wasn't planned, and he's the most down-to-earth, loveliest guy. I was in pub, right, I was watching the Leeds-Southampton game, and Niall Horan...
Which of us weren't?
Walked in, right? It wasn't like this big, posh, fancy pub, or it wasn't a private member's thing or anything like that.
It was in Notting Hill, but we'll go with it.
So...
No, it's fine. You know, Notting Hill, it's famous dump. What?
You've annoyed me now. You've annoyed me.
I do sometimes when I look at Jordan, I can tell in his eyes when he is actually quite annoyed.
Well,
and that was one of those moments.
From my house to there, it's a nice... I don't want to get... Anyway, I thought I'll have a quick pint, and he walks in, and Niall Horan, I went, oh, yeah. And he come up and he went, oh, yeah.
Do you want to do his accent?
Hey, how are you? And no, I don't. And then he went to the bar, and then he came back and said hello. I've only met him a couple of times through radio and stuff. He ended up staying, and then Chelsea and James, our friends.
Yes, Chelsea texted me to say that she wanted to die at the door because she had left the house just looking normal, and had she known that she might be bumping into a member of One Direction, she might have looked less normal.
And
I know.
I introduced her. He loved Chelsea and James.
They are lovely people.
Naturally. And then we all stayed out till about 12 o'clock, midnight, and it was pretty hammered.
Nice.
That's my story. Yeah.
Lovely. Well, there we go.
I invited him back for a picky tea and it got a bit weird, but other than that, and that's something, yeah.
Come back to my house. I'll lay on something special for you, Niall.
I was like, does anyone want to come back to mine for a picky tea? Naturally, James and I was like, I can't, I'm flying tomorrow. And I was like, It's from M&S. It didn't quite seal the deal.
No.
And that's the story.
Well, there we go, Rachel. I'm glad you asked.
Any One Directioners you've bumped into lately?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've met any One Directioners.
Was that a bit of a clang? Was it sound like I was name dropping?
One Direction.
Ben's good because Ben wished
maybe 10 years ago, but not so much.
They're still big. I play.
Well, Harry Styles Ben would be.
Niall's still big.
Is he?
Yes. He's doing a tour in America.
Oh, fantastic!
Don't be horrible.
What? No, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not very au courant.
I played One Direction on air this morning.
Did you?
Yes. That's how big they are. We're still playing the records on.
Which one?
Best song ever.
Oh.
It was the best.
But is it the best song ever, or is that Alicia Dixon, The Boy Does Nothing?
Anyway, that's my story.
Talking of Alicia Dixon, she did on Britain's Got Talent a few weeks ago. She did like a sort of a mashup of all her hits, and she did Boy Does Nothing, but it was like a new age grunge version. Didn't do anything for me.
New age grunge,
or something. It just
like
was,
The Boy Does Nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't. The melody wasn't there.
Well, grunge
Lots of people sent it to me.
Grunge isn't new age.
Or is it?
Grunge is like...
Look, you do music, I do napkins.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Grunge was like Kurt Cobain, innit?
Right.
Yeah, early 90s.
Okay.
Nirvana.
Right. Well, probably not. I mean, she probably doesn't do grunge, but it wasn't, let's put it this way, it wasn't the camp banger that we're all used to. Right, should we do Jordan's Jolly Joke of the Week? Here's the jingle.
If you like a chap who's cheeky and northern, you're in for a treat with our Jordan. And if a giggle is what you seek, you're sure to love Jordan's Jolly Joke of the Week. Cha-cha-cha.
Can I just say, I was always worried about the Guinness joke, and I'm not now, compared to what some of the jokes that you guys send me. Oh, you nearly did what I did.
Sorry. Yes, I know.
At the phone. Right, Matt sent me this on Instagram.
Yes.
He said 2 old ladies were sitting on a park bench when a man in a trench coat came up and flashed them. I'll tell you the punchline after the break. All right, G&Divas, thanks for sticking with us. It's time now for the punchline of Jordan's Jolly Joke of the Week. This one's from Matt Hart on Instagram. He says 2 old ladies were sitting on a park bench when a man in a trench coat came up and flashed them. One old lady immediately had a stroke. The other couldn't quite reach. Tell the kids that when you get home. Okay.
Well, it's made us laugh.
Yeah. Do you like that one?
Yes.
I might have one more for you. Our Lee's gone quiet with him lately.
Is he all right?
Yeah, no. That's basically, he did about 5 series, didn't he?
Yes, I know.
Well,
I've said to you before, if we want to think of a different Jordan feature.
No. Do you know how many times I've cracked the Waterloo one? It gets a good... That might be my new Guinness joke, the Waterloo one.
It's shorter than the Guinness joke.
No, yeah. I told my Bill and Ben one on air this week.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I told this to Simon Cowell. Yeah.
Did you see his face crease up?
Didn't give much away.
No.
That's the best. That's my favourite. One of my favourites. That and the cowboy one.
The cowboy one?
Bloke goes into a doctor's, says I keep acting like a cowboy. Says, how long's it been going on for? He said, about, yeehaw! Bill and Ben in a pub.
Flubber, lubber, lubber. Go home, Bill.
Bill and Ben in a pub. Bill says to Ben, flubber, glub, lubber, 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 lubber. Ben says, go on, Bill, you're pissed. Right, come on. Let's crack on. We're wittering.
Okay.
Now it's time for your questions and dilemmas. Remember, if you need our help with something, then you can get in touch. You can send your tales of trepidation to help@sextedmyboss.com. You can DM us. We're at sextedmyboss on the socials. Or you can write to William, who in the fullness of time promises a handwritten reply in one of our luxury greeting cards with executive self-seal envelopes. The address is on the website, sextedmyboss.com.
Lovely. This first one is from Sam. Greetings, William and Jordan. Me and my boyfriend and I, have been together for 2 years, but we still live separately. I know this is a running theme on the podcast, but I really need your advice because his duvet hygiene is awful.
Oh.
I've always refreshed my bedding at least once a week. He, on the other hand, recently revealed to me, that he still has his Christmas bedding on, first adorned in mid-November. It's actually making me feel ill.
At the time of recording, it's June.
Yep. That's 188 days of the same sheet, pillowcases, and occasionally sharing a bed with the dog. How can I convince him that his sheets are gross? Sam, this is an extreme reaction, but I would split up with them. Because that's disgusting.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. Whereas I'd be like, Sam, it's quite normal behaviour for boys. I used to be like every 2 or 3 weeks.
Even that's disgusting.
I
mean, it's better than 188 days.
But now I'm once a week because I just love getting in fresh bedding. I love having my bliss hour. I love having my bliss hour, and then there's no better than. So I change my bed every Friday now, or at the weekend. There's no better than getting in fresh bedding. What about you guys, Ben? I bet are you a once a weeker? Yeah. 2.
Oh my God, Chairman Emeritus Stewart is twice a week.
Yeah.
One word, Cardiff.
Adam?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you change it twice a week?
Yeah, I used to be once
a week.
Once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be once every 2 or 3 weeks, never longer than a month. But now I'm once a week.
Do you shower before bed?
Not always.
Okay, at least Stuart is showering before bed.
Do you shower before bed?
Most of the time.
Do you then shower in the morning?
Yep.
Why?
Because you've had 12 hours where your body's been sweating.
That's not good for your skin.
Well, I think you'll find I get compliments on my skin, so I think my skin's doing okay.
Yes, but that's because you have a lot of makeup. I genuinely get... Do you know how many makeup artists say to me, oh, you've got lovely skin?
Darling, they're just flirting with you.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, anyway. Sam, I think you need to...
Whip it off.
Start... I beg your pardon?
Whip off the bedding.
I think you need to start, like... It's not going to happen once a week if he's not changed it since Christmas. But I think you need to start being like, right, once a fortnight, you need to aim to change your bedding. And you're going to have to start doing...
Or you go... I mean, I don't know how far apart you live. You go, well, I'm not coming round. I'm not staying the night.
Yeah, I'm not staying.
Unless you've got new bedding on.
I think I'm putting out on that bed. Get it changed.
I've written in my new book, Just Good Manners, that I had a policy when I was single that I would never get into a bed with unironed sheets. And that's why I was single for many years.
Would you still hold that policy now?
Well, no, because we always iron our bedding.
I just don't know.
Do you not iron your bedding?
No. I just don't know how you have got time to iron bedding. I just don't know.
This is one of the most therapeutic things.
I just don't know how. Right, I'm looking like if I get an hour to watch telly a night now.
But I don't really watch a lot of television.
Neither do I. Well, I do.
You've got your bliss hour.
I just don't know I have time to do that.
Okay.
Genuinely. I don't know how anyone has time to iron bedding. And I take my hat off to it. I do. I'd love to see a 24 hours day in the life of William Hanson.
You only have to ask. Put a new camera up my back passage this week because it had broken. That was a big win.
Next question, please.
This is from Julian in Sydney, Australia.
Good day.
Dear William and Jordan, recently I partook in a strenuous 7-day hiking trip with 4 friends. On the last morning, whilst heating our porridge, we discovered we only had 3 remaining tea bags. To my horror, to solve the issue, 2 of my friends said they'd share one of the tea bags. Shrieking at the thought, I protested, but my friends proceeded to double dip. Ooh. I was asked why I was so adverse regarding the sharing of a tea bag, and I found it difficult to explain, other than I think it might just not be right. The thought of those used leaves swimming about in the second cup makes me feel quite queasy. I'd be delighted to hear your views regarding the etiquette of sharing a bag. Yeah.
Who's that from?
Julian in Sydney.
I'm surprised you even went bloody hiking if you're getting grossed out by a shared tea bag. Christ. I don't think you should be going camping in the first place. It's not that bad. I've done it before. I don't know if I guess and you've run out of tea bags. I don't now because I've got loads of supplying. No, it's fine. It might mean you've got a weak brew. What?
You're so funny.
What? And I've got loads of tea. I've always make sure I'm stocked up with tea bags.
Yeah, look, tea bags generally, although the quality of tea bags has got a lot better in recent years, tea bags generally are full of tea dust. It's not actual proper tea leaves. Tea leaves, if you were going to a nice hotel like Claridge's and you were having afternoon tea, they will obviously use loose leaf tea. And
I think tea bags are better.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's better taste.
I don't think anyone has ever agreed with that.
Yeah, because they get all in your teeth.
No, because you strain them out.
Yeah, but I always forget, don't I?
Well, yes.
Do you not remember when we went away and I did it?
Oh, yeah.
A little sieve that
well, tea strainers themselves only go back to the Victorian times. Before that, they would let the leaves settle at the bottom, hence the reading the tea leaves. And the Victorians decided to strain them out.
Oh, that's interesting.
I believe. Well, we try.
Okay.
I will agree with Julian.
You'd still have an half-decent brew. It wouldn't be the best, but it wouldn't be the worst.
I would say if you are going hiking...
It's not like if I've had Thai food. Ugh. Might be some people's cup of tea, but I like a strong brew.
Okay.
Some grandma gets Thai food in, that's fine.
Oh.
Anyway,
it's a bit camp Thai food, isn't it?
Is it?
Thai food. Just fun.
I think
anyway,
you're fine.
Yeah, I would agree with Jordan, Julian. If you are getting a bit queasy about this and you're going hiking, hiking's probably not for you.
Wait till you go on holiday and forget to pack boxes. You've got the same pair on for 4 days.
Oh.
Never mind tea bags.
Okay, Metahan has written in with a dilemma in poem form. Dear William and the Northern Dude, hope you're well and in a good mood. Been a year, your podcast cheer wakes me up, brings morning gear. I wanted to share a tale.
Morning what?
Gear. Puts him in gear.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to share a tale quite recent at Centre Parks, my birthday present. Quite scan. For my wife's day, we booked a retreat with cycling fun, though sore on the seat.
Can I just say I've got the ick right now? A full-grown bloke's writing in with a poem.
Well, you've got 5 more verses.
Sorry, and now I feel horrible. Sorry. That was... I told you this rattiness. It comes from nowhere sometimes.
Maybe we should record before Capital.
In the morning?
Yeah, like sort of 2 a.m.
God, no. God, no.
We hit the spa to ease the pain from bouncy rides in sun and rain.
That's good.
In the sauna, I sat, a Turkish bear, sweating it out without a care. Then 3 Essex ladies strutted in, loud and brash, with quite a din. One stared at me, I felt the heat. So I've stood up. She took the headrest for her feet. Excuse me, that's a headrest, I said. But she ignored, kept it for her feet instead. He's given up. I straightened up, gave her a glance, hoping she'd change her stance. He's back on it. No, it's not, she firmly replied. My wife whispered, babe, eyes open wide. Once more, I said, it's a headrest, dear. People put their heads on here. She turned and spoke to her mate. I've always used it for feet. It's great. I wondered about her barefoot plight as I continued to stare, asserting my right. Last verse. My wife, as usual, said I was wrong, but praised my stance, both firm and strong. Some folks need a nudge to see the light. Would you agree, boys? Was I right? I mean, I don't really know what the problem was. So we'll go again. Dear William and the Northern Dude.
I bet Shakespeare's shitting himself, isn't he? Bloody hell. What was that?
Right.
Who was that sent that in?
Metahan.
Metahan.
Yes.
That's a lovely name.
It's a lovely name. Turkish, I assume.
Oh, is it? Oh, now I feel bad.
Why?
Because it might not be his first language.
No, it may not be. Lady in the sauna basically took his headrest and used it as a footrest. Metahan tried to correct her, but she was adamant it was okay to use her grubby feet where people lay their heads. Metahan told her she was wrong, much to his wife's dismay. Was he right for confronting her? Yes. A headrest is not for your feet in any form, particularly in a public area. If it's your own chair, it's fine. I don't love it, but it's fine. It's your chair. But you're in a public salon, your feet should not be going on it.
I had an etiquette question for you this week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you just reminded me. I was on the plane, fast asleep on Sunday, and I was in the middle, and the bloke, stranger next to me, nudged me and woke me up so he could go to the toilet. What's the etiquette?
Well, would you have preferred him to climb over you?
Yeah, I was fast asleep.
So what I would always do when I'm in the middle...
My sleeping hours are precious as well these days, not that I like to mention it.
No. So normally when I'm in the middle on a plane, I will turn to the person in the window and say, if I fall asleep and you need to get up for the loo, feel free to nudge me, or I don't mind if you want to climb over me.
See, you are good.
So you are you need to take a more active approach rather than passive.
Right, so if you're in the middle, just say, if I fall asleep and you need a wee,
yes,
you can either climb over me or piss yourself.
Or piss on me.
It's probably been done before on a Ryanair.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Everyone knocks Ryanair. I don't...
You and I flew Ryanair back from Monaco, didn't we?
It's cheap. But
we did a scratch card.
Gets you from 80, but you can't get over that. You did a scratch card. Bloody hell.
Sorry. Anyway, I would agree with Metan. It's disgusting.
All right. Should we do another?
Yes. Here's one from W. Hi both. I work for a travel company and from time to time we have ministerial visits from the countries my company flies to. My question revolves around greeting these ministers. Is it considered a faux pas if I, instead of using a usual handshake greeting, I accidentally get too friendly and go in for a cheek kiss, only to be tackled to the ground by a burly security guard asking for a colleague? Yeah, well, I wouldn't greet a minister with a social kiss because it's a social kiss, not a ministerial kiss.
What's a ministerial kiss?
There isn't such a thing. That's my point, is it's a professional environment.
Professional environment. Yeah. When I'm in a professional environment, I always stick out my hand first. and then they might go in for the hug.
You, well, and me to a certain extent, work in a slightly creative, more relaxed industry. But when you're receiving ministers from other countries, there shouldn't really be any social kissing. Minister might kiss minister if they know each other very well, so sort of on a sort of semi-social basis. But if you are the receiving party, don't say anything, then you should extend your hand once they extend their hand.
Okay. Bodyguards can be a bit like
tactile,
firm, and what's the word?
Heavy-handed.
They can be, but then that's their job, isn't it?
You don't want a weak bodyguard.
No, you don't.
No.
It's my dad's job.
Yeah. What, a weak bodyguard?
Well, no, he's a bodyguard. More in the office.
Yes. Final one. This is from Anonymous. Hello, William Jordan, EPB, and the Sexted team. I recently started casually dating after ending an awful relationship with my ex. A few weeks ago, I matched with a guy on Hinge. After talking for 2 weeks, we planned to meet up for a drink. When I arrived, I ordered a drink while waiting, and after a few minutes, someone tapped me on the shoulder, thinking it was my date. I turned around and was mortified to see the face of my ex-boyfriend. I lost the ability to speak and couldn't move. I was in total shock. After managing to get out some words along the lines of, "What the fuck?" he responded saying he knew the guy was messaging on Hinge and convinced my date to let him come instead.
Oh my God.
How would you deal with a situation like this? And how do I not let the situation stop me from dating and fearing everyone on dating apps? That is incredibly controlling behaviour.
That is absolutely horrific.
I'm glad he is your ex, and I'm very sorry that happened to you. And quite frankly, if it happens again, you go to the police.
Yeah, I agree with William there. That sounds genuinely really like stalker type behaviour.
Yeah.
Harassment. That is horrific. That's really controlling.
Yeah.
That's coercive behaviour. So if that happens again, you definitely... Oh, that sounds horrible. I hope this episode's cheered you up.
Yeah.
Because that's awful. Don't worry about fearing other people on dating apps. It sounds like this has been a bit of hopefully a one-off. But if it happens again, and there's certain checks you can put through to make sure that you're speaking to the right people and meeting.
But also, can I say, you haven't, clearly that guy that you matched with on Hinge, you haven't missed out anything there, because if he then allowed his friend, who is your ex, to turn up, he's a total whatever word you want to use as well.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Sorry about that. There are twats out there.
Oh.
Sorry.
Have you said that word before?
Probably.
That's how upset you are about
I'm
it.
very upset.
Is that from Anonymous? Do they have a name?
No, they're anonymous.
Okay. Well, hopefully your future dates are just get well clear with this guy. Sounds like a right psycho.
Yeah. Switch to another dating app, maybe.
Possibly. Thanks for your questions and dilemmas. Remember, you can listen and watch every Tuesday and Friday. We will be. What was that?
I don't know.
That's me malfunctioning. I need that's my brain telling me my bliss hour's due.
Do you want to have a bliss hour whilst we just sit and sort of watch you?
Oh, do you know what?
Oh, he wants to say yes to that.
Next week's bonus, why don't we do it from my house and we'll do the bliss hour together? We'll record a bliss hour at my house one day.
Okay.
Should we do that?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
We can have a bliss hour. We'll do it for a bonus.
Which of the rooms?
We'll figure it. One that's not falling apart. Picking part.
Yes, you may not have a house by next week.
Oh, yeah. So we'll be back on Friday for our weekend release.
From the studio, though.
From the studio.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.